What's going on, guys? We're just checking out some Invasion today. It's gonna be great stuff. So the new patch came out today for Warhammer Chaosbane Invasions, as well as some balance passes and things like that. So yeah, 1 second here. Let me know if that volume's too loud or too low for you guys. Anyway, so this Invasion patch happened, and exciting times. So we're checking out what exactly came with this. We know the balance passes and things like that came with it, but you know, is this going to be something that's going to pull people back? Is it not going to pull people back? We truly don't know. Now, I did jump in and check it out a tiny bit, but holistically, I think there's going to be a lot that's going to change with it. So, what's going on, Christian? Well, you guys are going to get to see this invasion thing. So, I did check out a few things to see how this thing worked, kind of from the get-go. And here's really what we're looking at. So, here's the invasion tree. Now, one thing, I immediately went to rank 10, just because I want to see exactly how the ranks work. And essentially, all enemies are getting a plus 45 boost in damage and health, but I get 100% loot quality. And you have to go through this tree and kind of fill things out. One thing I think is kind of interesting is it doesn't default to the damage that, or the difficulty that you were on. So I'm on Chaos, you know, I think I started on Chaos like 3 just to see how it was. And I noticed I was literally just running through things. And that's because it sets you on a difficulty. So I'm on difficulty normal right out of the gate, and you're stuck on difficulty normal until you progress up the tree. So normal, normal, Chaos 2, all the way up here, Chaos 2 still. Then we go to Chaos 3, down here in Champions of Zinch. And then we get down here, and it goes to Chaos 4. So as you progress up the tree, the difficulty cranks up. But ultimately, I mean, we're kind of just hanging out waiting for this thing to throw us a curveball. So we're at the first major node, Prague Invasion. It looks like pools of blood regularly appear on the ground. I guess those deal damage to me. Demonic portals will regularly appear, and skill cooldowns are increased for all players. All right, okay, apparently we're slaying the Bloodthirster. Okay, didn't know he already went out, but all right. So, oh shit. Right now we're just doing the same, it looks like, thing. That's cool. Okay. Did not know we were going to be facing the Bloodthirster. That's interesting. So I guess bosses are worked into this as well. And like we said, I mean, it's on normal, so it's not really that big of a challenge. I mean, my pets are just smoking this thing, so. I did notice, though, they reworked some of these classes, and some of the abilities and things like that are much weaker. I know Slayers look like they got an overall damage nerf. That's weird. Huh. They got an overall damage nerf. And there are some things that are just kind of hanging out in the UI. I'll show you guys. What's going on, Maximus? Okay, that was weird. It still hit me. So, yeah, we're just doing some of this invasion stuff. That was one of the nodes, I guess. First players, what is up? How are we doing, guys? So, here's a few new things. It kind of is going over this patch. So, if you go to the pause menu through escape, it does show you your loot quality. It shows you your difficulty, which, by the way, it automatically changes your difficulty. Loot quality plus 1,000%, which I think is kind of interesting on normal. I figured it'd be 0. But there's that. Going through your skills menu. And what's up, Sajota CJ? I don't know if they fixed the achievements. I know people were having issues with them, but I didn't know if anybody actually fixed them. So they made some changes to the traps. So the traps actually fire now. They also actually benefit from We'll go back up to that. They benefit from Ambush Specialist if you have the whole trap set, which is the Eternal set, I believe. Let's see. Not the Eternal, the... shit, what's the other one called? Eternity. That's way too close of a name. Eternal and Eternity. But kind of going through this, so there's new god skills apparently. It says Defiler's Reckoning. This is either a bug or it's something that's coming at a later point in time. I'm not entirely sure. This just showed up with today's patch. Then also down here, we have new Collector's Guild skills. They moved Treasure Hunters, that fragment, to the furthest point away in terms of Collector's Guild. They changed a few of the icons to be a little different. And then they added Blessed Talisman, which increases your crit chance by 5. They added Master Blacksmith, increases damage by 10. Master Alchemist, which increases your energy gain and your healing from potions. Or, yeah, I guess from everything, it looks to be. Quality Ends, which increases your maximum energy. And then you have Stronger Potions down here. So this is actually what they reworked. So Elixir of Power increases damage done by 30 for 4 seconds. Resistance, damage taken, minus 30. And then Elixir of Swiftness, which apparently doesn't have a tooltip fully implemented yet. But I'm guessing it's going to be movement speed increased by 30 for 4 seconds. Then you have your invasion skills down here at the bottom that are purely for invasion mode. Using a skill with a cooldown cancels the energy cost of the next spell. Scout's Chain Reaction, using a skill with a cooldown increases movement speed. And using a skill with a cooldown increases crit damage. So those are kind of what got changed around here. Let's see, what's up, chat? Have you spent a lot of time with characters other than the elf? So far, I only played through her. So Maximus, I have. Basically, I've played her and Braggy, and I like both of them. I tend to lean towards Alessa a little bit more. I don't know. I really like her style and the way she kind of plays. I have tried Elentier, and I'm about level 30 on Conrad, the soldier. So I'm slowly working my way up there and getting used to all the classes. But for this one, I really, really like her build. I like her play style. It kind of fits really well with what I like to do. So I spent most of my time on her. Let's see. Waldemar, we don't really know. So we know a new class is coming, but it has to fit in with the actual universe. So yeah, somebody in stream might be able to help you out. Somebody that's a little bit more Warhammer savvy than I am. Because right now, I mean, I know some, but not a ton. Pets should actually pick up gold now and stuff, yes. Is that to be seen? We don't know, but that's where we are. Okay, so kind of going through this invasion tree, it looks like we do have a choice here. So we need to go, let's see, Corruption of Chaos is moving up to 1%. Magical Tornadoes randomly appear. Players can't perform critical hits. Heroes' damage decreases in proportion to their missing energy. That's going to suck because my energy is pretty much always out. Prog Invasion. Enemies have a chance to leave a pool of blood when they die. And heroes stop fighting, they lose energy every second. So what you want to really do is, as you're going through these, you want to see what the rewards are. So the reward at the end of this particular tree is the Elixir of Power for Potion. And this can be used anywhere, not necessarily just in your invasion tree. So here's your potions. Over here, on the other hand, these are your invasion skills. So if you're really big on getting those invasion skills, you can go this direction. I think I want to do the potions because those are actually going to affect things outside of invasion. So off to my magical tornado land it is. Yeah, they randomly just dropped this patch on me. I was not, honestly, wasn't really expecting it. So here's the thing with invasions that I've noticed. It's a lot of the same. Yes, there are modifiers and things like that, but I'm assuming it's actually not going to get any sort of intense until you get further down the actual line, further down the tree itself. Because right now, it's normal, right? It's on normal mode. So I'm just going to run through this stuff, kill the enemies, and defeat the creature, just like you would in a typical expedition. So I've killed enemies, now I just have to go defeat the creature. So essentially at this point, I can just run through everything. And also use my force to move key. These tornadoes are kind of annoying. Oh, one thing they did is they made the poison for the elf bigger. So her poison set is actually, as you can see, has a bigger aura. Unfortunately, the actual aura itself is much weaker. They reduced the overall damage. I think I'm just running in a circle. No, unfortunately, Karn, it is not for consoles. Because they have to go through the console verification process. Nice, frame rate drops, that's always good. Because they have to go through the console verification process, they said it'll be out most likely next week for you guys. So, really right now, from a usage standpoint, kind of going through this, I want to see how the invasion looks later on. Because right now, I don't really see a huge difference outside of a typical expedition. So, okay, that was it. That was that node, right? And then run through all these guys, maybe throw that thing back there to get a little extra XP, hit this, out, done. Invasion, done. early on, round 1. But yeah, I mean that's kind of where we're at. So, I think immediately, like first impressions, I think they need to let us set the difficulty, rather than letting the invasion tree tell us what difficulty to set it to. So now I'm moving into hard, for instance. I would really like to just see, let me go into Chaos 7 and roll through the invasion tree in Chaos 7. And maybe that happens as you get higher in ranks. You start at rank 1, I literally just jumped to rank 10. I don't have these unlocked yet, but you go to rank 15. So, I'm gonna hit this, and let's go to the next one. Or do I need to do this one? Oh, I need to do this one. Slaanesh Horde. Hero stops fighting, lose energy. Enemies use your special attacks more often. Enemy damage plus 20% on top of my 45, so plus 65%. Well, I hope so, because up until this point, it's been very... I don't think my health's dropped below 100. Survive the assault. Okay, so I'm just in a straight up arena. Alright. It's gonna be easy peasy. I'll just set this and my poisons will kill everything. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, first players. I hope they continue. I really want to see the new class that they proposed. I want to see what they do with that. I mean, the Warhammer universe is so diverse that they have so many things they could pull from, and it'd be a slam dunk. They just need to hopefully take a little risk and do something a little bit different. Yeah, the arena's nice. I would like to see them kind of expand on this arena. Maybe do something similar to like the Crucible and Grim Dawn. That would be kind of cool. Oh, dang. Stairboy Maximus in the Discord. So one of the things that I think is kind of interesting about this whole thing is when they went through and they did those balance passes on the other classes, I noticed Alessa, the elf, didn't really get anything like extracurricular, right? She didn't get like nerfs. She didn't get buffed. She just kind of got balanced a little bit, you know, poison radius bigger, but less damage type of thing. But Braggy, Soldier, and Conrad, and the Mage, all at like first glance got nerfs. And I don't know particularly why they did, but they got like melee damage decrease in terms of like dealing damage in melee range, if I read that correctly. Passionates were a little confusing. but it's interesting just to see the direction they kind of took that. Oh man, I am, dude. I got my standing desk, and let me tell you, it's been a real game changer. It has been an absolute game changer. It's really helped a lot, like, you know, not sitting forever and cutting off my circulation. So they keep saying standing's the new smoking, so it's time to quit, man. Hey, what's going on? Copdogable? Gable? Let me know if I completely butchered that. I feel like I completely butchered that. Here, I'm gonna get the goon squad out. Let them just run free. All right. Really. So we're gonna try to fly through this invasion tree, so we can get hopefully towards the end of a tree pretty quick, so we can start seeing some higher difficulty, some of those rewards. Yeah, no, Gohan, you're right. Braggy was OP. I mean, he's throwing out, you know, multi-million crits on essentially first iteration gear. I mean, this isn't even like, I'll say, like deep into the game style gear. Yeah, no, you're right. Sitting is the new smoking. If I said standing, that's wrong. Let me tell you. Oh, Industrialist, what's going on? I know, I'm having fun. I want to see where this goes. I'm more excited, honestly, right now for the next tier of gear, the green level gear. Now, it doesn't provide any additional or new set bonuses, but it does stack with the other sets, and it does have increased stats. So we got that going for us. He's just sitting there just scoping you out, man. See, we have a bunch of standing desks at our work, but we don't really, like, you have to have like a doctor's note basically to get them. Which is pretty unfortunate. I think most places where you primarily sit should have a standing desk option. It's just sitting does so much like damage to your body if you just sit for extended periods of time. I know I felt it during that, you know, almost 24-hour stream that I ran through. Good God, my body, guys, my body was just destroyed after that. I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? What's happening? Oh, hit 50 last night. What's up? Congratulations. Awesome. Welcome to Endgame. So what's a recommend way to start getting gear? Well, you came in at a pretty interesting time. Vets, it's just PC right now, console next week. No, art now, you have to click on fan skills at the bottom, right down here. Fan skills, add a button, and it gives you these 12 slots you can put things into, and you can slot your fan skills here. The best way to get gear, Juan, is literally throw it on like a low chaos and just roll through stuff. Now, they did rework some of the loot stuff, so you need to, you know, it might not be as good. Basically, it was what they say is like cut in half. I think they cut the loot drops in half for red, if I remember correctly. I was looking at the patch notes earlier. Let's see. I'll tell you exactly what it was. They did... Where is it? Loot. Because they talked about it. Loot drop rate. Loot quality percentage has been globally reworked. T4, aka red drops around 2 times less depending on the difficulty level. So basically they cut our red drops in half, which makes sense. I mean, we got way too many reds. I prefer Archer. Cope. I really like the Archer. I think overall, me personally, it just fits my playstyle a little bit better. But all in all, it really kind of comes down to what your play style is. If you like to play like a mage type character, then go for it. If you want to be up close and personal, go with Braggy. So you really can't go wrong. They all deal around the same damage towards in-game. Play style just comes out. They might have standing desks at RB's Sacred. They just might. If you believe hard enough. Oh, locked. You need 200 fragments of each color to unlock this mission. Well, okay then. Got my Mountain Dew. All right, cool. So they did put some gates in, some fragment gates. Enemies explode on death, and my armor reduces over time. All right, let's do it. Oh, what's up, Samuel Vania? Oh man, tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming Inquisitor Martyr 2.0 as well. So hope y'all are ready for that. Oh my God. Ooh. I don't know. Ooh. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. That is like literally brutal on my frame rate. Holy shit. All right, guys, hold on. Let me drop. Holy shit. Where is limit FPS? Let's limit it at 60. That's gonna help. Oh my God. That was terrible. Well, let's give this a shot. Hopefully this helps. I need to fix. Oh no, I actually don't like Baja Blast. My wife thinks I'm just like crazy, but yeah, I actually don't like that. It's too fruity. So fruity things will immediately like give me a headache, like the worst headache in the world. Like pina colada. Whew. I've never had a worse migraine than smelling pina colada. It just ruins my day. So there definitely needs to be an optimization pass on the explosions. I'm going to reduce some of these graphics settings because that is like killing my frame rate. All right, let's see if this helps. Nope, pretty much not. Okay, so bear with me, guys. We're going to get through this one together because this little area right here is absolutely death on my machine. Oof. Oh, man. Tell you what, all these little explosions. I mean, and like my box isn't like, it's not a slouch. I mean, it's a fucking unit. So yeah, I just don't know. I'm gonna skip that event and go right to the end here. Woo, woo. Don't know if they thought through that one. Running it on their curated dev boxes. See, I have almost no issues with Last Epoch, like very, very little. And I think it's just because I don't know. I know AMD systems seem to have an easier time with Last Epoch, and I mean that's what I run, so maybe that's the reason why. This is terrible. What is happening? All right, well, oh shit, this went in a circle. We just turned this run into a speed run. Hope you guys are stoked. Need to go. I bobbed when I should have weaved, guys. That's the issue. Yep, time to spend another $5,000. I mean, hey, to lock it, it's just the way it is, you know. If you wanna stream, if you wanna be a hard ass, you gotta have that two PC setup. If you don't have that, you might as well just not even stream. All right, now we can blow this dude up. Compelling gameplay, guys. compelling gameplay. Nope, not that way. That was something else. All right, let's get the hell out of here. But yeah, so like I was saying before that happened, I'm going to be doing 2.0 on Inquisitor Martyr. So I didn't play the actual launch, right? I didn't play the actual launch when it came out, and it's because I heard everything, right? I heard all the bad news, all the EBGBs, right? It's so spooky, so bad, horror stories. So I avoided it. But now with 2.0, shout out to Valkyries in Discord if he's in here, I don't know. But he's been super like vocal about, hey, 2.0 is coming, 2.0, 2.0. And I heard about it a little bit. And, you know, it turns out that like they basically just reworked the entire game. I mean, they just rebuilt the entire thing, essentially. They added so much stuff to it. They changed the way the combat rolls. It plays more like fast-paced. It's less heavy. It's less slow. It's more quick. It functions kind of like Path of Exile or Diablo, I would say, in combat. So I'm excited. They've been hyping the hell out of it, so... All right. First players, well, I don't know if you're talking to me or not, but... I have a Ryzen 2700X and I have a Vega 64. That's my setup. Oh, I gotta kill these guys? Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, did it. Thanks, everybody. I'll pick these up, turn them into the collector guy. That was simple. Yeah, you like the slideshow. It really helps sell the whole thing, Maximus. You know, it brings the whole kind of the feel together. Wow, that was a real tough one, real toughy. All right, hopefully we're gonna start getting. Okay, so we're still in hard, but we should be okay. Very hard, very hard. 10 God fragment? Oh God, really? They're gonna start charging people God fragments. All right. Oh, that's maybe it's invasion. Maybe it's invasion. Last Epoch has been absolutely smashing, I will say, when it comes to like the content and everything. They've been busy. They're probably one of the more active developers out there in terms of like hype meter at 100. All right, I'm gonna let the boys run wild here. So I'm just kind of rolling through this stuff, guys. FYI, I want to get to like, I don't want to say the harder content, but I want to get to like, you know, the harder content, the stuff that's a little more worthwhile, not this normal hard BS. So I'm just gonna roll through, kill some enemies until I, you know, satisfy the gods, and then move along. Let's just say I'm reserved. Okay. So let me ask you this, first players. What do you think of the Van Helsing games? Because I am incredibly torn on those games. I actually just picked up the Final Cut because I played the second one. I played the part of a third one, like on a friend's PC. Never really was like fully invested in any of them. But I've heard such mixed results, right? I've heard such, yeah, you know, it's worth it. No, it's not worth it. So I'm just curious what you guys think. Great, here we go again. Industrialist, what do you think so far? In one sentence, what do you think of the patch so far? I'm gonna put a little challenge in that answer.
I need to prepare myself for that. I don't have the energy.
Samuel cracking me up. All right, so what are we looking for? We're looking for a creature, some beast of the forest, some Wendigo or some shit. All right. I'm assuming it's probably down here. Come on now.
I need to prepare myself for that.
They were a little light on content. $9-10. I was curious what came after. Like, you know, what came after the campaign. I mean, the campaign was fairly, I'll say, decent, but I never knew what came after that. Mahanth, we haven't actually done the new difficulty yet. This is the invasion maps. They did it really strange, I would say. So you can't actually set the difficulty for invasion. You have to do whatever invasion that node is, and then you can just roll through it and eventually work your way up. So Van Helsing's were light on content. Enjoyed Victor Vran. Okay, so let me ask you that. How was Victor? Because Victor, I played like hellaciously. Like I was like all in on Victor, and it just never it never grabbed me. It never had that notion, you know, of like, hey, I'm an action RPG that you want to play for a long time. It was more of like, hey, I have nothing to do on the weekends. I think I'm gonna fire this up. I gotta be getting close.
Oh, it's too weak.
Okay, here he is. What up, dog? Oh, this dude's getting hella healed. All right. Neato. All right, let's jet. Waldemar hitting us with the Z. How is that? That's on my list. Sacred Samuel, either one. Oh, Maximus. I got my Destiny 2 shirt on, man. I'm at 10 out of 10 on hype meter. I've been playing Destiny since beta, since D1 beta. I log in each week, do my stuff. Now that the next season is out, Season of Opulence, I've been just like, I've been all in, hammering out that content. So for those of you that are interested in doing free-to-play, when that goes free-to-play, September 17th, you guys are in for some great content, let me tell you. Vendetta, I'm doing my best, okay? I'm doing my best with the words that come to mind, whether it's all in on Victor or not. I either sound like I'm horse racing, or it sounds overly sexualized. Yeah, so Mahanth, here's the ranks. Rank 10, right? I can't change the rank. Rank 10 is the highest for now until I complete something, I'm assuming. But it gives this. So rank 10 right now gives plus 45 damage to all enemies, plus 45 max health to all enemies, and I gain 100% loot quality. Now, like I said, you can only do the difficulty that they give you. So right now I'm on hard, and you know, it is, I mean, hell, it is what it is. You can't change that. Even if you set it to chaos, whatever, it automatically defaults you back. So I have to work my way up the tree until I get to harder stuff. All right, Sacred. BRB, bud. Kill all the champions. Okay. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. See, some of these are super easy. Now that, I guarantee you that fight right there would be super fun on like Chaos 7. But unfortunately, it's like, they put it on hard. I really wish they would just let us choose the difficulty up front and let us just do what we want to do. Let's see. Do we want to go down this way? Purulent Maze. What's up, Dreams? Yes, this is what I look like. This is me. No problem. No problem. Absolutely appreciate you stopping by. Hope you can stay for the stream. Hope you enjoy it. We're just going through the invasion tree right now. Dang, Industrialist, creating for several millions. What towns are you using now? What towns? What do you mean towns? Yeah, Mikey, I still am enjoying it. Now I don't hop in and play, you know, hours and hours each day. I will say that, but I do hop on a few times a week in between my other like recordings and things like that, in order to you know, keep up with stuff. And the thing too, that I don't have a ton of like, say like just game time, right? Not time that I'm, you know, doing stuff for like videos or anything like that. And I do spend some of that time playing Chaosbane, so it wins out over games like, you know, Diablo or Grim Dawn sometimes. It really just depends on what there is. But yeah, long story short, that was a very long-winded answer. I am having fun still. So, okay, find and kill the Keeper of Relics. Okay, so we're finally getting some named enemies, so what's up? So first, I think Pagan Online's suffering, man, I will say. But I haven't hopped on and actually played that one for a while. I need to hop on and play it. It's one that I did enjoy. I just need to actually get online and do something about it rather than just keep talking. I'm part of their Discord, and I always read all their patch notes. I'm like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be fun to check out, but I never actually do it.
Oh, I need to prepare myself for that.
Yeah, hey, you know, Dreams, you know, it's just like picking the game up. It all comes down to what you're really looking for. So right now, I like the tree. I think the tree is a really cool, kind of unique way to go about giving us some extra content. However, I think they made a pretty grave mistake on not letting us choose what difficulty we want to start off with. Because the first, if you're like in any sort of an in-game build, the first nodes are going to be very simple. They're not going to be, I mean, I literally just ran through everything, just run, because it was on normal, and you're at a build like an in-game build that's, you know, optimized, and mine's not even overly optimized, and it was just, it's too easy. It's far too easy. So like right now I'm on hard, and I'm just running through this stuff because I'm looking for the Keeper of Relics. Local co-op, local co-op with my other controllers. Oh, are you talking about? Okay, you're talking about Pagan. I haven't tried out Pagan co-op, if that is what you're talking about. I haven't tried that out yet.
I need to prepare myself for that.
Okay, I'm actually getting somewhere where my health is dropping. That's good.
I need to don't have the energy.
Yeah, so it's whatever difficulty they give you the difficulty, which is the tough part, right? So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go into this on Chaos 7, and I'll show you. Especially for those that are just jumping into the stream. Oh, there's a relic chest. That's badass. Oh, no greens. Damn it. Yeah, Maximus, you said it best. It really is. It's great jumping on playing for an hour or two. Like I said in my review, it's really good. Like if you're like a real busy family man, and I think once again the invasion thing is kind of targeted at that. You can just make a little progress each time. No greens yet. No greens yet. Month. Can't do Chaos 4 boss rush anymore. That's good. At least they did that a little bit. Aleph, I mean, I'll say this. It's the best directionally. So in terms of the best gear and the best thing you want to go for, but it's not optimized. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I need to do to make my build better. One thing they did go, guys, they nerfed executors, and they nerfed it hard. So the HP conversion and all that fun stuff, this used to give me like plus 300% damage, and it gives me 198 now. So there's a lot of like balancing that happens. So I would check your builds to make sure that, you know, they're still what you thought they were. I mean, my sheet damage is super low compared to what it was. All right, let's see. Samuel Vania, absolutely. That's what I deliver. I deliver a hardcore ASMR experience. 1,000,000%. Yeah. What's up, Killerville? Yeah, absolutely. I'm in the same boat. The frame rate thing sucks, and it only happened on the explosion Nurglings and stuff. I think it's just because the sheer quantity of them, but otherwise, I'm not really having too many frame rate issues. They nerfed the executors, which is a dagger specifically for the elf, and the way that worked was the higher your health regen, the more damage you would get. The more damage you would get from the daggers. Well, they changed the conversion rate, so now you have to get even more health in order for you to benefit the same. Because I mean, and that's the thing that sucked, is that was like all of the elf's DPS was that dagger, those executors daggers. So corruption resistance, as you get further in the tree, because you can fill out this entire tree. It's not like you have to go through one thing and then you're done. You can fill out this entire thing. But as you get more and more through the tree, you get corruption. And corruption is, no matter what invasion you go into, your health slowly starts ticking away. So it's a constant life drain. That's why I'm kind of going for these potions first. The best god tree? So actually, Aleph, if you're not part of the Discord, for Chaosbane, I would jump out there. There's a guy out there actually making a build calculator for Chaosbane. I've been helping him, just kind of looking at it and providing feedback and stuff. But it's pretty great so far. So I would say you can build your own and see exactly what it gives you. It's pretty cool. He's really kind of crushed it. Have you played with MLA and TA? So I shut both those off, actually, Killer, because that's what was like, I was dropping to like 9 FPS. I was like, holy shit, what's happening? And it only happened when those Nurglings started blowing up. Besides that, it wasn't too bad. But we'll see. Damn, look at this mob density. See, this is way different than like regular expeditions and stuff, but I'm down. Damn nice, dude. Industrialists. I do like the way they did the passives. They added those extra passive slots, so you don't have to sit there and make those super difficult decisions between, okay, am I trying to do this or am I trying to do that? Now it's more or less just get everything slotted in. Let's do it. So really you just need an invite link. So somebody might be able to actually help you with that invite link for Discord. If not, I can add it to the description. But one that's really good for staying up to date on, well, pretty much anything Chaosbane. Two, there's some really awesome people out there that are creating extra like tools and mods and things. Not game mods, but tools like databases and things like that for the game. So just a lot of the post-launch content that comes with typical action RPGs. All the mines are out there. Playing Battlefield 5? What's going on, man? That's awesome. I need to get some more Battlefield 5 in. I haven't played that in a long time. I'm curious. I know I talked about it a little bit on my Discord, but I'm almost curious to see how that new Call of Duty is going to work out. I mean, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare Revisited, I guess you could call it. I don't know. But I've always been more of like a Halo and Battlefield fan than a Call of Duty fan. I'm curious to see how that like turns out. General reception. They probably need to fire their PR guy for suggesting they name it the same thing and not fighting against that. Yeah, the collectors guild passes, the new ones, are super badass. Absolutely love those ones. I can't wait for the new ones. Oh god, I'm dying. Can't wait for the new ones. That's gonna be really good. All right, looks like I need to start paying attention. Oof. Oh, okay. This thing's just kind of hanging out back here. What up? Well, thanks, Dreams. I really appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Waldemar, yes. I wish Valkyris was in here to help out, but from what I've read, yeah, they're actually adding quite a few new in-game modes. The way it was kind of described was they looked at all the games that are kind of out and which in-game modes really worked well for them and just kind of threw them all together to create like one kind of super in-game mode. It's pretty cool. It's just a good smattering, to be honest. Oh, look at that. Huh. That didn't used to be there. That is a new Bloodlust. Look at that. That's badass. Damn, I really like that. Okay, let's get it. Yes. I like that. Little roll dagger thing. Okay, I can get behind that. Because before, let me tell you, that Bloodlust that I had, oh my lord, that was sad. I never even used it. So, I didn't watch anything on COD in particular, but I'm curious. I mean, is it kind of like the same time frame? It's just something different, like a different. You're on a different like point of view around the same point of time. I guess I died today. Welcome to hell. Industrialist. I mean, that Bloodlust seemed to do the trick. I mean, it looked like it did more damage than what I'm used to. But then again, it was on like, you know, very hard, not on any sort of high chaos. Eric, I'm going to tell you right now, it was not. It was not. Because I was looking for, and it was, I don't know if it was a bug on my side or maybe it was just PC, but all I had was that stupid ass like fan of arrows, and it bothered the hell out of me because all I had was that. And all the other classes, I was looking at them, and it was like, oh yeah, hey, we got like 2 or 3. It's pretty wild. We got God or Bloodlust skills to spare, and I'm over here, you know, doing my thing, shooting arrows and being sad. But yeah, I mean, maybe it was there, but definitely wasn't when I was looking, which pissed me off, man. What am I even doing? What am I even doing right now? All right, let's hop back in Invasions. Let's see. So I need 10 God Fragments to unlock this mission. Sure. Yo, what's going on, Squoshu? See, that's the thing is I had a 3-stack when I was doing, when I was just farming stuff, and I didn't have anything. So I don't know, it might have been a bug, but that'd be cool. I need to see it. I need to check it out. So I'll see if I can stack up 3 and check that one out. Maybe the patch fixed it. I don't know. So Colorado mods, I am not entirely certain because it's not out on consoles yet. It'll be coming out on consoles next week after it goes through the verification process with Sony and Microsoft. So there's that. I'd say let's sit around and wait. Eric, it must have been. I guarantee it was because I brought it up in Discord and a couple people agreed, but I don't know, man. I do not know, my brother. But we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. All right, what am I doing? Okay, we're killing shit. Stuff's dying. All right, you got it.
I need to focus.
So they did reduce the poison. That sucks. See, that poison's not ticking for very high. Yeah, so for those of you that did miss out, the poison set for the scout got reworked. By reworked, I mean it got not necessarily nerfed. I'd say not really nerfed, but either way, the poison radius is bigger, but deals less damage overall. So there's that. Oh, gross. That bleed is not fun. So, anytime you restart your rank, or anytime you change your rank, Industrialist, you have to restart the entire tree. So, I just started on 10 because everything else looked super easy. I'm probably going to regret it deeper into the actual tree itself, but I don't know. We'll find out. I wanted to start on the hardest thing and see what we had to deal with. Oh, she's stunned. Squoshu, yes, I am actually. I've been playing the hell out of Last Epoch, actually. I was doing my Aura of Decay build. I got my hammer build sorted out. So there's going to be some content around that. So look for that coming up. And then I'm going to do just a kind of a general overview. Once I went through and kind of not figured everything out, but just got a feel for what the changes actually were and developed an opinion around them. Yeah, I would say Industrialist. I would say just go to rank 10, especially the damage that you're doing, because you're doing way more than I am. I would say go to 10. That way at least you get that extra loot quality and you get all that extra fun stuff that comes from it. Well, the nice thing is I spec'd into health regen, so bleeds aren't too bad. Oh, what's going on, Ryu? I know, I'm trying to like learn everybody's like YouTube name versus their Discord name. It's like a fun little game of guess who, you know. Does your person wear a hat? Do they like Colorado? Are they fishermen? keeps things interesting. So, I wish it told me how many enemies I needed to kill to satisfy that requirement.
Energy.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess now I just need to go defeat the creature. So, let's see what goes on there. I'm hoping to get some greens. You know what I'm saying? Fishing, yes! I said that specifically trying to bait you, Samuel. It's a terrible pun. That was my bad. That was awful. I need to be more careful with those. Stats should be implemented. What do you mean? Stats like for heroes? Are we still talking about Call of Duty maybe? All right, we should be coming up on big ol' boss man here. So what does everybody play? What classes y'all play? For those of you that are playing this game, let's put it that way. Are you guys? I know a lot of people basically play Braggy. Like he's one of the more popular ones. But I'm curious just kind of what everybody, you know, finds themselves, you know, tickling their fancy, per se. What my 119. I wonder if Braggy can still get up to that like 800k that we were seeing him at pre-patch. Oops, misclick. Let's go this way.
I need to rest.
Slayer all the way, boy. Oh, there's a game that I'm gonna be doing a kind of a first impressions on, called Dragon Path, and it's out on Steam. It's like an $8 game. The quick and dirty on it is, I think $8. It's probably worth it. It comes across as kind of like an amateur action RPG, but it has some really, really good itemization in it. I really like the gear design. It's straightforward, but it's just cool. It's just good. But I was thinking of you the other day, Industrialist, because on that character that I had in that game, you can get dual daggers, and making that like that brawler slash rogue slash whatever the hell type of character, man. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, oh shit. I was like, Industrialist. Dreams, thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the support you've been giving me since I talked to you. So I really appreciate it. You've been a big proponent. So thank you very much for that. Okay, so there. Yeah, okay, you got little explosions. I see you. Yeah, I never had those, Ryu. I never had those. This character got even more fun. Sign me up. Let's do it. Let's see. I'm gonna try to determine which melee class to try out. Dude, Slayer, I will say, Slayer is badass. I will agree with that 100% wholeheartedly. Slayer's fantastic. Yeah, that's my alt. But I've been trying to get outside of my comfort zone a little bit, get a little more involved with the other classes, especially if we have a brand new class coming. You know, I definitely want to get the other 3. That way I'm not leveling 5, or 4 classes up at one time, trying to get all that stuff taken care of. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Industrialist. Rev my mind, man. Aleph, you are talking to me directly, man. I love playing the game. I am not somebody that's like a great min-maxer on stuff. Every now and then I'll get a build. I'm like, okay, we got something going on here. So Norska Invasion. You can invade someone's game now, Aston? I don't think so. I don't think you can. I wish. That'd be cool. Like a little Dark Souls. Dark Souls action. Chaos, really? Chaos in a ridiculous HP? I bet. Chaos 5. And I want to see a Chaos 7 version of that that champion. That Corn champion. The one that like has like 6 million health. That takes you forever to eliminate him. I want to see that guy in Chaos 7. Because I bet he's crushing it. What are we on? What difficulty? Chaos 1. Enemies regain health every second. Enemies resist control effects and move quicker. That's fine. I don't have any control effects. That's just fine. So I'm kind of thinking we might need to switch to a pet build as we get deeper into this thing. And if we're trying to put out more just kind of overall damage, I'm thinking that might be better than the poison build. This one's good for clearing trash mobs, but we're kind of getting into areas where they have more health. We just need more sustained DPS or burst or something with a little more juice. Dude, the mage has some nasty fire damage as you get later on in the game. Plus, I think overall, the mage probably has the most unique archetype ability. I really like the ability or the perk that they can move all their spells. I still think that's just a really cool, little like change, a little twist, right, that they put on it. All right. So another thing I think I would like to see in Invasion is some different objectives, right? I want to see something besides kill all the enemies, hunt all the creatures, or kill the enemies, hunt the creature. I want to see something that's like, get to this area and hold this zone, and then you have like survive the onslaught, And I think they had one of those in the campaign. It was like survive the assault. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird that it just seems to be same objectives kind of rolling through this thing. Oh yeah. And I think especially if you play co-op Dreams, it gets pretty intense because then you can move that barrier around and protect like your tank as he's going through stuff and everything. It makes the cohesion so good. And my wife, bless her heart, she doesn't play games. She asked me the other day, she's like, why do you like playing video games so much? Like what's the appeal? And it was kind of an interesting question to answer. I mean, what is the appeal of spending hours playing a game, I mean, it's entertainment, but like why? I mean, you have movies, those are also entertainment. So I was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just the notion of building something, and you have creative outlet, you have, games typically drive emotion. So, I mean, I don't know, but she played Warhammer, the Chaosbane right here, co-op with me, and I let her play this character. We played on normal, so she basically just ran through everything. But we got to the end, and she kind of understood a little bit, but not too much. So she's like, I mean, it was too easy type of thing, and I don't know. But it was an interesting question to ask, I guess. Why do you like playing games so much? Spending hours at a time. If you had asked me back in like Wrath of Lich King days, it would have been, gotta be raid ready. No one's gonna take down Arthas but me. Gotta do it. Shaman's gotta be feeling his best. No green drops yet, Melissa. None yet. Right now, we're just kind of working our way through the invasion tree. Dude, I've seen one, count it, one red drop. Uno. But I've also been only playing invasion, whereas the difficulty is kind of weird. So I haven't had the highest, drop chance in the world. But
I need more time.
well, Dreams, we need to play sometime. I'm always down to play with people. I've been trying to get something going on Discord, but it's unfortunate because we have so many people that are international and we have opposite schedules. Not to mention ping. But I do want to get something together and play with some folks. I really enjoyed playing with everyone when we did our, what do you call it? Wilson runs. Those are super fun. I really enjoyed those. Oh shit, I died. Well, there that is. Let's see how much health that guy have. All right. Well, we're actually getting into the real deal now. Where I got to be careful on things. As I proceed to just get smoked. All right, let's see. Yeah, dude, they hammered down the drop rate a ton, which is great. I mean, I really wish. I think if the drop rate was as it is today on launch, it would have been a much different game. People would have been. It would have stretched the progression out a lot more, and it would have made the game. It would have had a little bit longer legs. Instead of getting 4 drops when you dropped into Chaos 3. That's where things kind of went sideways, per se. But I think, the green drops are the new red, right? We just need to hunt them down. They have better stats. They have the same set bonuses, but they have better stats. So they're going to be, the hunt's on type of thing. I'm going to try a different set really quick. I think I'm going to go for a Starlight set with the Packed Bow. So, where's my Packed Bow? Yeah, it's not the best Starlight helmet, but it is what it is. That. Oh, wait, it's not Starlight. Only got one Starlight tunic, so let's see. I'll take that. It's relatively a wash. Okay, so where are my other Starlight ones? That's all I got. Take those. Only got one pair of Starlight boots, but they're they're super good. And then we'll do our Packed Bow here. I'll do this one. And I'll hit it with a Blessing too. I think this one's still fine. Yeah, God Skills deal more damage. That's interesting. They changed that. Whoa, hold on now. God Skills deal more damage on this tooltip in my inventory, but when I hover over my actual thing, now it says Pack Bow. I don't know. That's weird. They changed these. They changed all these. Heals. Ooh. Heals when a God skill is cast. Weird. Okay. I mean, I could get behind that. What are these doing? Damage bonus, damage reduction, health and energy. Huh. Cooldown reduction. Okay, Durian, changes in the new patch. Let me tell you. Skill changes, balance changes. They put in Invasion. They nerfed Braggy. They nerfed Elontir, the mage. And they nerfed Conrad. Alessa, the ranger, got more of a balanced patch. Her poison skills got reduced. Or her poison damage got increased, but the poison set damage got reduced. And the executor's daggers got reduced for their health to damage conversion. For instance, this used to be at the bottom here, plus 300%. Now it's plus 198%. So we got a few things that we need to work on. That puts me at a 5 out of 5 for that. Oh, really? Mahanth, it's that bad? Yeah. Aston Martin, the new class did not come out, just like Nictla said. Okay, so Packed Bow, Killer. Or do I want to keep the Master Archer? I don't know. We'll find out. So that's fine. I'll do something a little bit different here. Where is... that? Cool. Well, all right, all right, all right. Let's fire them up. Hold on, I wanna hit something with a blessing really quick. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me put it over here. So Dreams, I'm on PC, but I'm always down to add people on Xbox Live. So if you guys are curious, let me know. I typically on that, I usually play like Destiny and things like that, Path of Exile. But yeah, always down to game. So of course, not a problem, Durian. Okay, let's go for, we want to do like raw damage or cost reduction. Cooldown reduction. I think cooldown reduction would probably be better, but let's see. Where are my notes? Where? So I took a picture of these because it's super confusing to remember every single little like combination of things. Let's see, screenshot. Here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking cost reduction on this, just make things a little bit easier. If there is one, I don't think so. Yeah, probably crit hit chance maybe, or just raw damage. Here, let's go raw damage a little bit. Link these, and then green red is crit hit chance. I'll probably do that. Green red, boom. Link these suckers. What's up? All right, crit hit chance, armor piercing, and damage raw. Okay, so what's that? So, it's so weird that like there's so many like little things that aren't like adding up. Like the pack bow thing didn't bless immediately, so we'll see how we go with this. I think we can probably bless some more stuff as we get into it, but let's just try crit hit chance. Green red, and then just a raw damage. What's up, Frostbite? Should I get this game for PC or Xbox One X? My PC ain't that great, but it can run this game for sure, though, well, at least I think. So yes, a GTX 1050 Ti should be able to run this game. It's funny, up until this point, I mean, it was actually fairly well optimized. I never really had an issue with it. There's a couple modifiers that I'm having issues with, but for the most part, it's not too bad. Now, I will say the UI and the whole kind of construction of it is made for consoles. At least that's what it feels like. And as, you know, poor as that sounds, it just kind of is the way it is. That's a tough one. I would say, to be honest, get it what you want, right? If you just want to kick back on the couch and you just want to play something and it to be super chill and everything, and if it's a little bit easier for you to do that, to play like co-op and stuff, I would do that. If you're, you know, wanting to play something on the PC and you want to, I guess, you know, I don't know your setup, obviously. Mine is console for chill games I can kick back and play, PC for games I need to record and like I want to, you know, push leaderboards and stuff like that in. It's out there. It's out on Twitter, Dreams. I usually put it out there. So I can hit you up there. Or I can throw it out in the description. Doesn't matter to me. The way that Xbox Live works nowadays, thank God there's no more friends list caps. That was awful. But my gamer tag is just Vulkan5563. So yeah, it's nothing private. You guys would be able to find me anyway, right? Can you do that? I wonder what that does. I've never tried that one. Oh, cool. Armor piercing, armor pin, max energy. Cool. All right. Let's try some more invasion stuff. I'm done dicking around. We got a Norska invasion. Difficulty Chaos 2, Corruption of Chaos 6.0%. I notice I have 0 corruption resistance. Okay, so maybe... How do I get corruption resistance? Is that like up here? I'm going to try this. Instead of going through Norska really quick, I want to try going up through here and building up some corruption resistance. Because we're starting to get to a point where the corruption's stacking up a little bit. 6% corruption. That's 6% of me losing my health over the course of the whole thing. See, this little like symbol. It's bad news. All right, let's see how my pets do. I haven't done a pet build like this in a super long time, so let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, I would say, hey, if that's your typical platform for playing games like this, I'd recommend it. I really like it. I mean, I don't have any sort of issues or anything like that playing it. And then times like this, right? Unfortunately, consoles have to go through the verification process with their publishers or the developers, Microsoft and Sony. So typically PC gets patches before anything else because of that. So if you're wanting to be on the cutting edge and play things when it comes out, I would say definitely give this one a shot. I need to change my skill. I need to get my blade back. Why is this on? Hard. That's why. I was like, this seems like I'm just like walking through this stuff. That's because I kind of am. Oh yeah, dude. Let me tell you, Path of Exile. It runs like absolute garbage on Xbox One X, and even any of the Xboxes. It's just not overly optimized, and that's okay. I mean, I get that it's a port and it's not something that is their top priority, but at the same time, it's like that game is representing for some the first look at your product, and if you deliver a very lackluster product, then people are gonna go, oh yeah, Path of Exile, that game runs like absolute just shit. So why would I give it another shot? All right, let's go defeat the creature. I think it's down here. At least I'm going to give it a shot. Really? So, okay, I was curious on that. How is Legion? I mean, like content-wise, right? They always get me so hyped when it comes to, like, the trailers for stuff. I'm a huge sucker for, like, cinematics. I get so hyped up. I get caught up in the hype train like 1,000,000%. And end up being stupid, like buying something, and I try to play it and I'm like, what am I thinking? Like, obviously this isn't like Lord of the Rings. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do stuff that like Legolas does. So but yeah, it always gets me super hyped. So I'm curious how the actual thing turned out. Yeah, I would say the UI user experience is not the best. You absolutely hit the nail on the head there, Maximus. Oh, dude. The creature is about to get blown. Oh, shit. Okay. It's the real deal. It's happening. All right, it's dead. Great work, everybody. Hell of a team effort there. Pets, glad you guys came out. Whew. Yeah, that bloodlust is a game changer. Okay, let's just go ahead and just tear these dudes up. Oh, really? They're a bug? Wasn't the new melee like rework like the entire point of Legion? Like that was like the big thing was, oh hey, let's rework melee and it's gonna be badass, and we have these like blood and sand like jimmer jab abilities, that type of stuff. Thought that was like the showcase. Trading, yeah, okay. I think more of these games need trading, to be honest with you. Like, no lie. Help build an economy for the games. Ooh. Oh, it's just backwards, okay. Sir, can you get off me? Thank you. Good lord. You're just yanking on it. Centaurus, hey, first off, what's going on? How we doing? I'm liking it. I think there are a few things that need to be polished up, adjusted, but for the most part, I think it's in a very good starting state. I would like to see a little bit of changes when it comes to difficulty, when it comes to some of the objectives that we see. I think the actual bones of the game are really well done, or the bones of Invasion are well done. It needs that extra pass of polish, and I think we'll be in a good spot. But yeah, I'd really like to see the difficulty scale. And I think what they did, right, is they wanted to make the invasion tree easy, right? Because you have to think, any alts will be able to jump into invasion immediately. You don't have to be, level 50 to do invasion. So naturally, they're probably going, okay, well, we want to make sure that, a player on normal doesn't get in here and get rolled because it's a Chaos 5 mode. I think if they just let the player choose the difficulty they want, they can avoid that whole thing. So I do think it was good intentions. It was just not fully thought through. Oh, when I played a very long time ago. When I played like hardcore, I'll put it that way. I always jump back in and dabble a little bit. But when I last played pretty hardcore, I was running a Templar, and this was like before the Scion was put in. And all the rage was like, I can't remember what it was called. It was like a lightning aura build, where you'd have these little lightning nodes like floating around you, and they would kick out and like blow shit up. So that was kind of my jam, especially in the Templar. It was super fun to play. Oh, the army hungers. Let's get it. Console patch will be next week, Dreams. They have to go through the verification process for Microsoft and Sony, unfortunately. They submitted it today, so it should be out a week from now. That's typically, they said, their typical time frame. But this is just like very surface level invasion type of thing. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that happened in the background in terms of changes and adjustments to classes, to balancing, to skills. So yeah. I'm curious what we're gonna see next. Eduardus, so I actually went back in difficulty. So right now we're on hard or very hard, one of the two. And I did that because I needed to get a perk for corruption resistance. But earlier I was playing on chaos difficulty, and I was getting... I died, actually, on one of them, so... Still says leave the forest when we're underground the tunnel. Cracks me up. Heck yeah, dude. I'm excited for everybody on console. I mean, this is going to be a solid edition. Let's put it that way. It's not going to take anything away. It doesn't make the game any worse. In my opinion, it makes it better. We haven't seen any of the brand new gear yet either, which is good, right? We don't want to see that green gear drop in the first hour. I want to see it drop at a reasonable rate as we get higher in difficulty, and I think it's set up for success in that regard. All right, let me go sell this stuff to the collector guy. Relic Hunts also got, I don't want to say nerfed, but you can't, like the fragment boosts in Relic Hunts went down as well. So basically they took away a lot of the kind of like cheese farming that we've been doing, so gear up for that. So Synthoris, they are not new items. I will say that. They're not new items. They are just better red items stat-wise. They have higher stat thresholds. Montag, yes. So that is one thing that I will say is not that great. Is we're going through the same areas, right? Same areas again. And I will say, at least this time, they're not starting us off in the same spot. They're reversing some of the stuff, you know, the old Mario World trick, right? Reverse the whatever, the map, and let us run backwards through it so it looks new. It's kind of what they're doing here. I agree, Dreams. I agree. Give us something to work towards, right? It's not fun when you just, like, especially when I was doing that stream, it wasn't fun. Like I didn't get to do 24 hours because I literally ran out of stuff to get. Like, that's the thing that drove me nuts. It's like, oh man, come on, like let me at least build up and get something. Damn, I keep forgetting to throw my blade on there. I don't like reflex shot in this build. Doesn't really work for me. Oh, yeah, here's also something interesting. I wonder if I can switch abilities. Nope, that's what I thought. Reflex shot, controlled reflex shot for the scout now provokes. It now taunts, which I thought was kind of interesting. So scouts now have a taunt, which was weird. I was like, all right. Dude, the nodes can be rough, Industrialist. Let me tell you, man. Some of them, like, especially for Braggy, right? Because to me, he seems a little more glass cannon-y than the Scout, which makes sense. I mean, right? His MO is, you know, the more you do more damage, the lower health you are. So you don't want to be like some tank where you're never low health, because you can never take advantage of what you're looking for or your actual class abilities and stuff like that. Frostbite, I will answer that the same way I answer it every single time. It is absolutely worth the price. 1,000,000% Grim Dawn is worth that price. I would pay for all Grim Dawn content. I would probably pay, you know, $60 easy without even thinking about it. It's just good. It's just a good game. It's a good game from a passionate team. They've been around for a long time, that team, and they just know what they're doing. They know how to make a good, well thought out game. Oof. Oh God, really? I don't know if I've actually hit the like a CD one yet, but I did run into one where I couldn't do any crits. That was fun. Come on, Greens. Come on, Greens. I need you. Let's go. Oh, God. These fire stuns are not fun. My Lord. Oh, nice. Way to think ahead, Industrial. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about, man. Think it's smarter, not harder, right? Vote the Hulk. Oh, shit. Yeah, and Synthoris, I've heard that. I've heard that. There's just... And I think each game captures its own form of magic, right? I think Titan Quest has a certain charm and appeal to it, right? And then you have Grim Dawn, which also has a certain charm and appeal to it. And I can't really put my finger on, you know, what it is about each game, but I completely get it. Completely. Okay, hold on. Before I forget, I need to... What do I need to do? I need to do something. What was I going to get rid of? Good Lord, that takes 18? Good God. 10. Don't really need poisons, so I'll just do that. And then it's 96. Bada boom. Easy peasy. A Purulent Maze. No map for orientation. We have no map for orientation. Hector, no greens yet, but my God, I got my fingers crossed. I think we got one coming. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I got one coming our way. Yeah, Mixla, I mean, my mage is like level basically 0. So, oh shit, find the exit in 15 minutes. Are there enemies? Oh, there's no enemies. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, I like this. Actually, okay, fine. So here we go. Something a little different. I like this. Less about just straight slaughtering everything in the vicinity and more about, you know, map memorization. If I remember correctly, it's up this way. I would say if your choices, Frostbite, are Grim Dawn or Chaosbane, I would say Grim Dawn. I would. Grim Dawn is going to give you literally a ton, like literally a metric ton of content in terms of stuff to do versus Chaosbane. Chaosbane's good. I feel like Chaosbane's combat is better. I do like its combat a lot better. But I feel like overall between different systems, different things to do, different story, different map sizes, I feel like content-wise, Grim Dawn just takes the cake. Okay, now we have enemies. Hey, the map's back. Leave clear area. All right, the area has been leave cleared. See, okay, that was fun. It was something different. Yeah, it wasn't hard, but it was something different. Frostbite, yes, I have tried online. I actually did a 19-hour stream online, and that was fun. I really enjoyed it. Now, there are some online multiplayer issues, so I will tell you those. I don't think they got fixed 100%. Let's take a look at the patch notes here. So I don't think they got 100% fixed, but let's see. Multiplayer bug fixes, including loss of story progression. So yes, that got fixed. Backup bugs, lost character progression in multiplayer. Yes, a backup save system has also been added to make sure you won't lose your characters. Loot drop frequency issue for multiplayer games disappearing. So yeah, so it looks like all the multiplayer issues have been fixed. Before, I mean, it runs good. I didn't have any issues. I was always the host. We did have some disconnects and some crashes, and we did lose a little bit of story progress where we would be 3 missions ahead, and then somebody would disconnect. We'd get everybody back together. I would still be 3 missions ahead, but the person that dropped would lose 3 missions. So that's been apparently corrected with this patch. So you can always give it a shot or wait it out and see if anybody else has those issues. However, I don't necessarily think that'd be the case. But multiplayer is fun, both local and online. I've played both. Synthoris, yes. So check this out. Here are slots for our fan skill abilities. And then we have 6 total slots for passives. See, like you can slot that down here, just like that. But your Collector's Guild passives and your God's Guild passives all go into the same thing. So for instance, I have Blessing of the Forest, Health Regen. I have Hallowed Spirits, 3 for my pets. And then I have 11 left, right? So I can go Lone Hunter, right? And put that in there. So you can slot whatever you want. Dungeon Siege was really good. Sacred was also super good. I liked Sacred. Sacred 3, not so much, but Sacred 1 and 2 were good. I remember picking up Sacred. I had no idea what it was. And I grabbed it on the rack at GameStop, or EB Games rather at the time. And it was great. I mean, I picked it up and I was like, I don't know what this thing is, but sure, I'll give it a shot. And it ended up being super good. I really enjoyed it. All right, let's see. What did I was going to do something else. What was I going to do? I need to put this thing back in here. Yeah. All right, cool. Do I need to sell anything? Nope. Back to the old invasion. All right, I got 2 nodes left until I get my corruption. Resistance to physical damage? Hell yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Industrialist, who's in the chat right now, Synthoris, he was able to really start pushing that Slayer to new heights because he could equip more passives. So I'm stoked to see what people can come up with, because I think it's going to be awesome. What are we on? Hard? Okay.
Oh, I need more time.
Need to keep these dryads up and running.
I need to focus.
Ooh, they slow the throwing knife. Throw speed down.
Oh, I need to focus. I need time.
Oh, yeah. Go, my minions. Go. Chew them up. Absolutely love pet builds. I wonder if they'll ever implement anything besides dryads, though. I'd really like to see, like, just all sorts, just a host of stuff. Slew of things. Industrials, I was talking about, you're able to put in more passives, and you're able to increase the damage of your Slayer because of, more passives. You can have 6 of them now rather than 3. Bloodlust orbs are dropping like crazy now too. That's something else. And I also noticed that they give you a lot more. Like, look at this. Boom. Just a ton. Whereas before, I felt like I hardly ever got Bloodlust. So I wonder if they buffed, like, ninja buff that? Which would be kind of weird. Can't remember the last time I said that about developer. Ninja buffing something. Alright, what are we working with here? This guy. Resist enemy attacks. So hold on, let me ask you guys. When it says resist enemy attacks, I've been trying to figure out exactly what that means. Does that mean just don't get hit? Like, I mean, it doesn't seem like resist, it seems like dodge. But is that like, I mean, is that legit? Is that like what they're asking? Don't get hit by enemies? It's a very confusing way to say it, if it is. More Bloodlust. Oh, Frostbite. Do I ever remember Warhammer Online? It's actually still up right now. Private server. Warhammer Return of Reckoning. And it's got some great support behind it. So for those of you that are interested, that is something that exists out there. So if you need that Warhammer MMORPG itch to get scratched, there you go. That should be able to help you out. Gareth, what's up? Yeah, Industrialist is pretty cool. So there's that, and then there's also a maze one, like one where you have to find your way through a maze, which was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. I think having that, like the time trial, having that a little bit sooner or a little bit more intense would be cooler. But I'm wondering if the difficulty goes up as you complete, I don't want to say as you complete the tree, but maybe, I hate to use this term because it's, you know, it's like hardcore Call of Duty term, but like if you prestige the tree, you know, I wonder if there's something that comes out of that, maybe?
Oh, I need more time.
All these fragments. No, there's no level cap increase. Unfortunately, Sith Knight. Very unfortunate, but it's okay. It's level 50 still, but we do have Invasion. Can we repeat different parts of these? Great question. Do you mean different parts of the tree? Because you can, yes. If you change your rank, it actually resets the tree. So if you go rank 11, it resets the tree, so on and so forth. When hero takes damage, their armor is permanently reduced. Each time a hero uses a potion, their maximum health is permanently reduced. It's on very hard difficulty. Let's get it, guys. Can't stop, won't stop. We're going to crush this stuff out. Savitar. So two things about that. One, I think we need to truly see how we're looking compared to the other classes, the other heroes. Because unfortunately for Alessa, all of her DPS was tied to the Executor daggers to remain competitive against the other heroes. Now, the other heroes all got nerfs. So how do we stack up now with them getting nerfed? I don't know. But if that's the case, and if we do, you know, still remain relevant, I think it's fine. But if it's, oh, well, yeah, you guys are getting absolutely just smoked now, then that's where I start to draw the line and go, okay, well, we need to do something different. She needs a base buff. So from the question you asked me, I'm really bad at giving long-winded answers. From the question you asked, I would say I think it's okay as long as it's an equivalent to the other classes. I would hate to see Alessa just basically drop to the wayside because they nerfed a dagger. But I think her other abilities I mean, always need a buff, right? She doesn't do a ton of damage, just outright. Then you got this guy, who's getting like... you're not wrong, Savitar. You're not wrong. Yeah, see, I think I don't know, Frost, and you're talking about the resist thing. Yeah, check that Warhammer out. It's pretty cool. They did nerf Conrad Centaurus. And not like a full-blown like nerf, but it's more of a damage to enemies in melee range dropped from 20% increased damage to 10%, if I remember correctly. So, let's see. Reduce damage to melee characters from 20% to 10%. So, it did get somewhat of a nerf. That also happened for Braggy as well. Now the trap build actually works too. I can finally make a trap build on my Ranger here. I'm super stoked for that. Audio cuts, nice. That's fun. All right, hell, let's grab this up. We gotta go defeat the creature. It's down here. We'll deal with that. Hopefully I can just run ahead and stuff just melts because of my pets. Alright, so there's obviously the end. So the creature must be around here somewhere, question mark. Warhammer Quest 1 and 2. I can reliably say I have never heard of those. I need to check those out. Warhammer Quest. Yeah. I just mean in terms of pushing like the upper level stuff, Centaurus. Because it was like Braggy, just crushed it when it came to like crit chance and things like. Is this the creature? Is this it? No, it's not big enough. But now that got worked a little bit, maybe we're gonna see something different. That's literally everything. I mean, this is the entire map. Defeat the creature. Or is a creature missing? Do I need to leave? Good. That's good, Industrialist. Is this like a multi-chain thing? I mean, this is everything. Oh shit! Okay. Wow. We got outside and we got inside. I was doubting. We got all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, I will say, David, I would consider myself a new Warhammer person. And there is, and I think the biggest thing for me kind of getting used to it was just understanding the difference between the two. Right? I mean, on surface level, it's Warhammer 40K, Space Warhammer, Warhammer, regular Warhammer, fantasy, dragons and magic and stuff. That was the way I kind of like separated them. I always thought they were within the same world, so I thought they were the same thing, right? I was under the impression that, okay, Warhammer 40K is just Warhammer fantasy in the future, and I guess it's not. I mean, at least according to Google, it's not. Let's put it that way. They are now to a certain extent, Gareth, but they did not used to be. They were fairly standard. It wasn't anything radically different, let's put it that way. So I think the support from the developers is actually really good. when it kind of came down to it, a lot of people thought that this game was just going to be put up and left for dead, right? It sold well. It was shallow. It didn't necessarily, you know, hold a candle to other games that are current iterations out in the market today, right? So a lot of people were like, yep, game's dead. The developers are going to put it on life support, and that's it. But they've done quite a bit, honestly, in terms of, you know, interacting with people, things like that. I do think from a developer standpoint, I like how interactive their community manager, Chris, is. He does an extremely good job on Discord. But I think what they could have done is built a little more hype up for this patch. Because right now there was anticipation, right? People were anxious about getting their hands on the patch, but there wasn't any sort of like, the patch is coming out on this day at this time. They just said next week. So then a lot of people were, you know, okay, well, one guy asked, well, what day is it coming out so I can ask off for work so I can play it? And it was crickets, right? So no one knew when this game was coming out or when this patch was coming out, and that was a problem because you don't have any hype built up around it. And no one's going to play it. It's not going to help boost the numbers. People are going to be at work, and it's just going to be a mess. Like I was working, and I got the notification, and I was like, well, damn, I really wish I would have known so I could, you know, make adjustments and things like that. But I couldn't. Gareth, a lot of people are saying that too. My question is, I really wonder when that's going to happen. I wonder when Diablo 4 is going to come. Happy Hippos, what's up? Hey ho, what do you think about the Invasion patch at the moment? I think it's pretty early. Maybe you have a direction where your opinion's going. Sure. So right now, I would give it a medium. And the reason I would give it a medium from an invasion standpoint, this is purely talking about invasion. Oh, shit, these things explode. Oh. All right, guys. Hang tight really quick. The optimization on the explosions are absolute garbage. So frame rates are going to drop to like 5 or 6, maybe 10. It's terrible. So what I'm going to do, just hang tight with me, and we're gonna get through this. But back to what I was saying. The Invasion patch so far, like I said, I give it a medium. I think it's decent, but there's a lot that needs to change. And I mean a lot. It's got good bones. It doesn't necessarily have... Oh my god. Oh my lord. Wow. Alright, cool. Like I said, it has good bones, but not being able to choose your difficulty is not fun. Having the same objectives over and over again are not... I mean, it's not exciting or unique or different or anything that I would consider fun, per se. I think there are some that are, it's interesting, there are some that are incredibly unique. It's like, okay, well, you know, here are these where it's like find your way through the maze, and then here's this one where it's literally just defeat the creatures, defeat the enemies, defeat the creatures, defeat the enemies. Thank you, Dreams. I really appreciate that. Thank you again. For following and subbing, and thank you very much for the support, and I will catch you next time, my man. BlizzCon is typically in November, Frost, so I would probably say around that time frame. And November's a little, maybe September. November seems a little late. I think September. Yeah. Definitely not wrong. I'm curious what Diablo Immortal is going to look like. God, dude. These explosions... I need to drop that in the Discord. These explosions are just absolutely gross to deal with in terms of PC performance. I like the mechanic. I think that's a good mechanic. It's just optimizations. Jesus. I mean, you're not wrong, Frost. I mean, Diablo 4. Okay, so here, let me put this in perspective, right? So they just canceled a StarCraft first-person shooter project they were working on in order to move people onto Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. So they're still moving people from other things onto these. So I think we're a ways out, unfortunately. This is gonna suck ass.
More time.
All right, I'm getting the hell out of the sewers. That modifier sucks ass. All right, let me get out of here. There we go. Whew. It's not fun. Oh my god, I punched my wall with Diablo Immortal. Oh my god, dude. I'm right there with you, Gareth. I was expecting, there was so much hype. There was so much there were so many leaks and things like that were coming up out of that entire thing. That I was like, dude, Diablo 4, it's coming. It's coming, guys. Get hyped. We're going to get it. Diablo 4 is coming down. And then Diablo Immortal happened, and I get why they did it, right? I get it. It's from a business perspective. Their largest client base is in China. China is a huge mobile market, but at the same time, it's like, why not just respect the people who got you there, right? You didn't sell to China first. You sold to the U.S. market first. So why not respect that? And I don't know, shift focus. But I don't know. And I don't know the back ends, right? I don't know where NetEase comes in. I don't know where all the extra shit comes in. I mean, it might have been, hey, NetEase is literally going to develop this entire thing, and it's just up to you guys for us to use your name. I mean, that might have been something. Who knows? So, I don't know. No, that's the game, Gareth. That is the game, brother. Of course, Happy hippos, not a problem. Yeah, I'll be coming out with one. So right now, you guys can ride along, come with me, and we're just going through this whole thing. Overwatch 2 is PvE. That'd be interesting. You know, it'd be really interesting. Overwatch 2 is like a shared world shooter like Destiny, where you create your own hero. That would be interesting. That's hilarious, Gareth. You see this right here? You see Disneyland? You're not going. You're going to Walmart land. It's going to be fantastic. I'll take you down the toy aisle. You can't buy anything, but you can see all the toys and you can talk to them like they're real people. Just like in Disneyland. Whoa, hey, 12 a.m. here in Amsterdam. Good night, Frost. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr 2.0 patch, which I will be streaming, so I hope to see everyone there. It's going to be really exciting. I hadn't played the original one very much, very, 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 very little. I think I got to level like 19, so very little. But I'm super interested to see how it plays, what it plays like. There's a new class as well that's coming with it. So it's going to be a Warhammer week, folks. I am so stoked. Lots of Warhammer stuff. You know, it's really funny. Before this year, I had probably played one Warhammer game. That was Warhammer Online, right? Age of Reckoning. And that was it. And now here I am spending most of my time either playing or researching Warhammer games. So it's just how the tables have turned, you know? Man, I don't know if you guys live in some wild-ass places. It is 4:11 right now, 4:11 p.m. Where we at? It's not 12 a.m. in the Netherlands. Oh shit, we're getting fact checks. Fact checks are coming out. Dude, Gareth, Space Marine. Okay, unpopular opinion here. Space Marine multiplayer was some of the best multiplayer that I had played for a long period of time on the PC. It was absolutely fun. I really enjoyed the multiplayer in Space Marine, like a lot.
Oh, I need more time.
So, yes. Let me give you guys a quick little gist of what is coming with, oh hell yeah, here we go. Of what's coming with the 2.0 patch, right? So, we got faster combat, much faster combat. It feels less heavy, it feels less clunky. Melee feels good. Ranged feels good. It's faster. You can animation cancel. So yeah, animations are not slow anymore. Animations aren't slow and sluggish anymore. So it plays a lot more like your Grim Dawns, your Diablos, your Path of Exile. Because that was a big thing I had was, God, this feels so slow. So like, gross, clunky. But not this time around. So get hyped. But yeah, I'm poof. There's that. They added a bunch of in-game stuff. They raised the level cap to 100. There's a new class, the tech priest, I think, if I remember correctly, or tech mechanus. I can't remember. A tech something with tech involved got added to the game. So there we are. So I need y'all to get stoked about that. And then, God, what else? Oh, they added another item rarity. They added, God, what else did they add? They had all sorts of crazy shit. So the compendium that they put out there was wild. So I'll link it on my YouTube post. Which, speaking of, if you guys haven't gone out and voted in my poll, do that. I'm really curious to see what y'all are looking for, particularly what kind of content you guys like. So I always like to just kind of fact check, see where I'm at, make sure I'm making shit that people enjoy to watch instead of just random stuff. So yeah, man. So what's the difference between the Age of Sigmar and this? Is it like a vast difference? Or is it against like the Skaven? So what's the point of the invasions map? Do we actually get... we do get some skills, so that's cool. We get skills, we get potions, these rings that have cool stuff apparently. That's all happening. So... exciting times there. All right, guys, we're about to do a Norseka invasion after this one. Dude, I don't know, Mictla, what a warrior priest of Sigmar is, but it sounds hella badass. It sounds a lot like a battle priest, like a cleric or something. So, I mean, you got my vote. I have a very soft spot for like healers that are like melee focused healers that heal based on damage, things like that. That stuff is like jamming to me. So sign me up. No, 2.0 is free, but what's coming out July 30th is called Prophecy, and that's going to have all sorts of crazy shit that comes with it. Now, I'm not 100% off the top of my head what all comes with Prophecy. I just know what comes out with 2.0, and that's all that stuff we just chatted about. But now I start to think about it, the new class might come with Prophecy. Oh, interesting. Well, 'cause Fantasy was the original, right? Like that was like the OG Warhammer, and then 40K came later, right? To make, and it was a little bit more like grimdark. Isn't that the way it kind of worked out? Because I could have swore like Warhammer Fantasy was like the tabletop shit first, and then 40K came after. And I mean, I'll level with you guys. I mean, 40K to me, like I really liked 40K a lot more than Warhammer, just because the Space Marines looked badass. I really liked all of the like Roman, you know, Imperial stuff that went with it. It just had such just like a badass undertone. So I don't know. That's really what like sucked me in. Yeah, so I noticed that, Killer. It's funny, I just got a red too. So, but they changed the passives on the neck pieces, which I think is kind of interesting. Yeah, God skills do 20% more damage, which I'm glad, because the neck pieces basically did the same thing as the wing pieces, so there wasn't a lot of variety. And I feel like that's just like the tagline for this game. Not a lot of variety. It's fun. It's fun, concise combat. I mean, it gets the job done. It's exciting. But in terms of variety, not much there. It's kind of interesting because they released a bestiary video like as they were gearing up for launch. They made it seem like there was just like a shit ton of stuff for you to fight. Oh, okay, that's cool. I could get behind that. That's pretty badass, Gareth. Well, well, well.
I need to prepare myself for that.
All right, the creature. Found him. Cool, all right. Shit's dead, nice. Well, except for this guy. It's just chill, apparently. Nothing that way. Leave the forest. Okay, cool. I do like the Snow Forest map. I like a lot of the Act 3 maps. I just didn't like the fact that Act 3 didn't really have too much like loot-wise to it. It was weird. Act 3 had like no loot, and then Act 4 had like a ton of loot. Act 3 was harder. Act 4 was easier. It was interesting that the dynamic that played out. Let's see. Where am I? This is the Norsca. No. It's not. This isn't the Norsca invasion yet. That one's coming next, because I wanted to get that last passive. So this passive that I'm gonna unlock is enemies deal 5% less damage, and so that'll essentially, I'll have all the passives, so I'll be set. I have a corruption bonus. I have all sorts of crazy shit going on. So corruption bonus, they do less damage. I have a plus 10% physical damage resist. So, because I noticed that like as you go through this, you need to kind of go through and get those passives, or else you're going to be making life unnecessarily hard for yourself. So, Van Win, dude. The new patch is doing pretty good so far. There's some stuff I think that needs to be changed, some things that need to be kind of altered. I'm going to go out and put that stuff in Discord here in a bit. But overall, I mean, it's something different. It's something fun to invest my time into. And the new item rarity, the greens, I haven't seen a single one of those drop yet. And we've had a grand total of 2 reds that have dropped. 2. So whereas you used to be able to go out and literally just smoke stuff, like you used to be able just to wipe a boss out and get 4 reds, now we're seeing that considerably less, which is good, making the game a little bit longer. All right, folks, Chaos 2, Norska Invasion. Whew. Okay, so let's see what we got. Haven't had this before. Corruption of Chaos 6%, but it's okay because I got 15% corruption resistance. When heroes take damage, their armor is permanently reduced. Players take more damage the higher their energy. That shouldn't be a problem for me because I roll all the time, and demonic portals regularly appear. So let's see. Each of the Chaos Gods only has 4 or 5. Oh shit, it's Keeper of Secrets? That's what this is? That's what this whole thing's all about? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. They completely reworked this boss fight. Like, her shit is like she deals like more damage. Her slows aren't like as powerful, but basically she's not as useless, I guess is a good way to put it, as she was before. I mean, look, when you're getting blown up in 17 seconds flat, like, something isn't right. There we go. Amber Talisman. What is that? An Amber Talisman. Oh, interesting, Killerville. That is interesting. Something interesting. I'm not getting frames. I'm exploding. Running NVIDIA. You have an NVIDIA 2080, 2070. Is that what you said? They nerfed the drop rate van of red gear. Ooh, look at that. I'll equip that. Sure. Yeah, that's big money. I'll bless the shit out of that thing too. Here we go. So, what's up? Bless up. I want that. Straight damage. Oh wait, forgot. Can't do that. Idiot. Come on, Vulkan. What are you doing? I don't think permadeath is in yet, Eric. A 1080. Interesting. So maybe it is. I also haven't updated my drivers in like a year, so I'm one of those guys. I don't update them unless I need to, because things typically, whenever I update them, things stop working. Okay, so we did our first Norska invasion. That was pretty cool. It was just a boss fight of the Whispers, Keeper of Secrets, not Whispers. So Realms of Chaos Assault. Sure, let's do it. Yeah, Industrials, I'd agree with that. I like having the loot shower and having to sift through it. Like, I am literally like fine with having a bunch of junk gear for me to sift through, as long as, you know, there are diamonds in the rough, right? Now, if it's all junk gear all the time, way different story. These guys, the whole, interesting. Seems like some of those issues have resurfaced. Shit, I need to out real quick. Trung, it is not. It is not available yet. Unfortunately, Microsoft and Sony have to go through and approve of it before they can put it on their systems. It's your typical console delay. So no, not yet. It comes out tomorrow, Gareth. Surprise! Woo! Yeah, 2.0 comes out tomorrow. So for those of you that are curious on 2.0 and all that it brings, I will be streaming that tomorrow, and y'all can come check it out. We can just make a whole damn day out of it, you know? Not literally a whole day because I have to go to work, but afterwards, we can make a damn day out of it. I'll be streaming from probably 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I usually stream till about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that's what I'll be doing, showcasing some of that cool stuff.
Oh, I need to focus.
There we go. Okay, cool. Now that our focus is out, because, you know, it's just how we roll. Yes, Rasta, of course. I focus, or I bless all my items just to fill in gaps, right? Whether it's increased damage, whether it's increased crit hit chance, whether it's armor, whatever I need. So if I'm just getting absolutely decimated by, you know, enemies, maybe I'll bless and get some more armor put on my stuff. It just helps. I mean, they function like enchantments, so. Defeat the creature. So, Giancarlo, I think it really depends, right? There are times where you have Diablo 3 clones. You have times where Diablo 3 works. You have times where Grim Dawn and Path of Exile work. For instance, I love Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is a fantastic game. It's one of my favorite action RPGs, and there's a reason for it. It just works. It's a well put together game. On the other hand, I cannot for the life of me get into Path of Exile. I've tried and tried and tried and tried, and I can't do it, and can't really put my finger on why. It just isn't as fun of a game to me. So it's just different strokes for different folks. And, you know, games like Chaosbane definitely have their place. They're not for people who, like, for instance, you just mentioned, you know, you really like Grim Dawn and Path of Exile. This game's definitely not for you. It doesn't have that same depth. It doesn't have that same character customization. It doesn't have the same complexity that you probably crave in an action RPG. So I would never recommend it to you. But if you're somebody who's getting into the genre, wants to play some action RPGs and just kind of scratch that itch a little bit, you can get Chaosbane, and you can play it a couple hours a day and still make progress and have a good time and have fun doing it. So it just all comes down to, you know, preference. No. Inquisitor Martyr updates tomorrow, Killerville. They're coming out with 2.0 patch, which is going to be just outrageous. I am incredibly excited for that one. Yeah, so I noticed that, Gian. So we were talking about that with... God, who was I talking with that? Who was I talking... was it Frostfire? Or was it... No. It was Samuel. I think it was Samuel Vania. I was chatting with them about that. And apparently there were some issues with it, but those got fixed, so those are good now. But I noticed that the melee abilities kind of got reworked and got added, right? There's like blood and sand and all sorts of kind of crazy stuff now. So I always come back and I try it on most seasons. I'll come back, I'll try it, I'll test it out, I'll see if it's something that, you know, not that I want to invest my time in, but that holds my attention. I haven't tried Legion yet, just because I heard there was some issues early on, so I've been waiting for it to become more stable. And like I said, I always try it, so we'll give it a shot. What build do you play, Gian? Killer's like, I'm so stoked! Back to back! Maybe, man. Soon, hopefully, we'll have our new class, and then it'll be a moot point, and it'll be perfectly fine. Rasta, I would agree. I mean, this this game is well designed for couch co-op, right? And for just like relaxing and playing some games. And that's, I mean, for instance, I would never tell a friend of mine or anybody that like doesn't play action RPGs to start off with like one of the more hardcore ones. But I would tell them, hey, you know what? Start off with Chaosbane. Start off with something like a Chaosbane or maybe a Diablo, and run through and play that and see if you like the genre. If you like the genre, then we can get a little bit deeper. Things like the new Titan Quest expansion, Grim Dawn, Path of Exile. You could even recommend something like a Van Helsing, that's light on content that I learned about. I mean, you can have all these types of things. It really just depends on your experience level and who your audience is. Ooh, okay. Got a red. First time I've gotten a red from like a regular chest. Yeah, I think Diablo 4, in order for it to really make a mark, and I'm going to say this, from an industry standpoint, in order for it to break the hold that Grim Dawn and more notably Path of Exile from an online standpoint have on the market, then it's going to need to bring something in that's new. Something that's not, they can't do the Apple method, right? Where it's like, okay, we're just going to do what everybody else is doing. We're going to do it better, because that's not really going to work this time around. You're going to have to really kind of do something a little bit different and drive some of that innovation and creativity. Because if you're not, then, you're going to get left behind. Even the mighty Blizzard, in terms of Diablo, will get left behind. But I will say, 100%, if there is a company that could do that and really bring change to the industry, it would be Blizzard. I mean, they helped create the industry. They can help destroy it. Final Fantasy VII Remake? Hell yeah, I'm stoked. Let's go. What is it, like 4 discs? Let's get it. Why they swapped God Skill Tree was an insta F4 for me. What do you mean God Skill Tree, Kurjury? Oh my god, I've never heard of Titan Quest till I saw the new DLC came out. Oh, dude, Titan Quest is like A+. It's from the same people who made Grim Dawn, Create Entertainment. Torchlight 1 and 2 and Grim Dawn are my favorites at the moment. Yes, Torchlight Frontiers is a very interesting take on that whole thing. Not necessarily going to go too far into that, but I'm still trying to figure out if I fully enjoy that game or not, to be honest with you guys. It's like I don't know, it's weird. PC only. What do you mean, Pierre? Do you mean Chaosbane? It's all platforms, just like Rasta said. It's going to be a full remake, Durian, but it's like 4 discs. Like, it's insane. It's like the first part is 2 discs on Xbox and PlayStation. I mean, it's wild. So, and then part 2, which is going to come at a later point in time, they're going to split the game. Part 2 is going to come like next year, the year after rather, and it's going to be another 2 discs. Yo, not hollowed. What's up? Guys, we're getting closer. When heroes stop fighting, they lose health every second. When heroes stop fighting, they lose energy every second. Enemies have a chance to leave a pool of blood. I wonder what this is. This looks like an arena. I wonder if it's an arena. Sure is. It's the arena. Oh my god. Whoa. Ah, wow. What killed me? That was wild. Wow, I truly like wonder like what murked me. That was crazy. Whoa.
Follow me.
These things are doing some damage. Holy shit. Well, gear up for that. And that's with my, like, crazy buff. So, yeah, I did try blessing. I actually blessed a bunch of my gear. But I need to jump in and actually, like, bless it. I just threw on some random blessings because I had nothing blessed. And it was starting to show. So...
Oh, I need a voice.
I'm starting to see some 4 and 5 mils out there, you know, regular stuff.
Focus.
Sit back here and turret. Leave the arena. Not a chance. I don't leave till everybody's dead. Let's go. Wow. Like, am I not... I mean, am I supposed to leave? It says leave the arena. I can't leave, though. I must have to kill her. I mean, that's weird. There it is. There we go. Hell yeah. Woof. Woof. Shit. No green items yet, Trung. None. 0. And that's good. That's what we're looking for, right? We're looking for a little more longevity, a little more legs on this sucker. But we have gotten 4 red items, which reds are considerably less in terms of dropping, so gear up. It's a big damage increase. That was a... Dude, that was an instant delete, not hollowed. That's what that was. I was... Whoa, shit. All right. All right, so let's see. We just need... Yeah, 3 more, and then we'll get the Elixir of Power. So... Symbiosis. Oh, dude, yeah. So let me know how the trap build goes, because they finally buffed it. It's finally, like, able to be used. But I'm curious to see how viable it actually is. Like, is it going to be something worth a shit, or is it going to be, you know, a throwaway build? Wow. Oh, fuck. These explosions. These ones suck. These ones suck for my frame rate, guys. Oh my god. All right. I'm still waiting for them to put in like a proper like graphics overhaul for this thing. All right, let's get my creature defeats out of the way. So that way we can focus on just running to the end, getting through this wonky ass blow-ups. So when I tried the trap build originally, it didn't work, but I know why. It's because the passives weren't working. The passives for some reason weren't proccing correctly. So, you know, naturally that would cause an issue. Oh shit, that's gonna be bad.
I need to prepare myself for that.
All right, for those of you that haven't seen this part yet, there's a modifier in this dungeon that makes everything explode upon death, and it seems to not work well with AMD cards. So, yeah, that's a thing. My frame rate is going to be like 5, so bear with me, guys, and we'll get through this, and we'll just look great right on the other side. So now we can go, we can take care of the creature. We don't have to worry about anything extra. Yeah, I think that'd be good, Industrialist. I mean, okay, I do like that reds are a little harder, right? I think reds should have probably been adjusted a bit. They probably should have been reduced. And then greens, obviously very rare. Make them like ancients or something like that. But if reds are this rare, granted I'm on like Chaos 1, but if reds are this rare, then what are greens going to be? You know what I mean? I need to see those pickles, those cucumbers. Need that green. All right, this is going to be absolutely brutal. Roll, roll. I'm just trying to survive this slideshow. My goodness. All right. Oh my gosh. This is too good. Too good. At least everything's dead, so now I can just focus on not dying. There we go. Oh my lord. Yeah, that they gotta do something about that. Woo! Alright. Shit, what's up? Yeah. Like, well, Gareth, I think it's because it was made with consoles in mind first. So, I mean, you don't really go into a console and adjust that too much. So that's probably what it was. They were like, oh shit, yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man, not a problem. We'll just make a thing, it'll be fun. Yeah, it's improved Baron, I would say. Depends on what you're looking for, though. If you're looking for interesting in-game content, it has that to a certain extent. It has this new invasion tree that you can go through and fill up all the way if you would like. So that's cool. It has different ranks. So there's that. Don't really know how you go up in rank, so we'll see. But I'm going to get to this elixir of power. So I'm going to try to get to this elixir of power, and then we'll see. What chaos is that? Chaos 2, I believe. Oh, God, don't say that. Don't say it pulled an anthem. Don't do it. Oh my gosh, dude, look at that. They have like a... These things have a ton of health. I mean, look at this. Trying to get this banner guy here, but everybody's body blocking him.
I need to focus.
Holy shit, they got a ton of health. There we go. There it is. Smash the accelerator. Let's go. Now we're doing some damage.
I need to prepare myself for that.
Good lord. I don't know what the hell that was. I mean, yeah, to a certain extent. I think it's too early to tell, Baron, to see truly like, hey, is this going to be more gear dependent? Okay. I guess I died. That was weird. I'm not entirely sure what killed me, but that truly was something else. Yeah, dude, definitely a tentacle to the face. Holy shit, like that was something. It's just interesting. I'm trying to figure out like where all my damage is going, because it was like a noticeable difference between my last node that I did and then this node. Like, do they have? I mean, do they have maximum health increase or what? I don't know. Might need to adjust my passives on my pets so they deal more damage to slowed enemies. I wonder if I can do that right now. Let's see. Health regen. No? I mean, I don't think so. Yeah. I was hoping I could change it. We'll see. We'll dig with it after this. So greens work the same way, right? So they're not like brand new sets. They're not like new set bonuses. They're just higher stat thresholds. So that's really it. Basically, they took the red gear, threw a green border on it. As far as I know, get rid of this banner bearer. As far as I know, and then, yeah, made it so you can get higher stats, do more damage. You know, the regular stuff. The stuff you want to do in an RPG. No, Baron, I absolutely get it. 100%. That's why we gotta have. We need more gear sets. And I think, I think that'll happen, right? I think we're gonna get more gear sets down the road, but we'll see. Hold on, I need to change something. I want to display. Sure. There. Did my dryads just get... Okay, I thought I just got like deleted.
I need to prepare myself for that.
Look at this. Oh my god, that banner wear. I don't know what's killing me on spike damage. It is not ideal. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. We're going to change some things. We're going to change some stuff. We're going to change a few things. first things first, we need to start speccing a little bit more into this. Okay. All right. We got 3 points. Yep, that's fine. Obviously fine. Get rid of this. See you later, Gareth. See ya. Yeah, I'm not going to be on for too much longer, to be honest. Probably another maybe 10, 15 minutes. I got to go to the chiropractor, get my back adjusted. Great stuff. I think you were right, Mikta. So I was just getting like one shot by that that mounted thing. So do something a little bit different here. And then I don't even know. I'll keep my summons on for now. So this was, yeah, let's see. It's Chaos 4. We'll give it another shot. So see you later, Baron, if you're leaving. GN, so how do you progress in the invasion? So basically you just work your way up the tree. So you click on the node that you want to do, and then that's it. And you complete that node, and then you click on the next one, and you do that one. Then you click on the next one, and you do that one. And that takes care of business. So that's about it. I mean, there isn't any like particular thing you have to do. You just go to the thing and click on the way you want to go. Wow, nice. That's awesome. I know I need to do the same thing. I need to go through and like re-blast all my stuff and actually like spend some time, you know, working on that rather than just half-assing it. That way I don't end up in situations like this where I'm just getting smoked in Chaos 4. Huh. That is weird. Yeah, try resetting your game because, yeah, I just completed it successfully and I completed all the objectives. So remember that. Complete all the objectives. And then that's what got there for me. Oh my god. That's awesome. Damn, Industrialist, is that like low health? Or is that just flat? Oh. See a couple buddies of mine just logged on Chaosbane. I'm glad there's a little bit of challenge though. You know, I didn't just steamroll this entire thing. There's some pretty nasty modifiers in here. I'm trying to avoid using my potion as much as I can because there's a modifier that totally just like nukes my max health each time I use a potion. There's a new Starlight helmet. That's going to be really nice. I actually need that. Only had one Starlight helmet. Sucks. Not yet, Rose. That'll be next week, actually.
I need to prepare myself.
Somebody is banging on something outside my house. I don't know. There's always people doing construction and stuff, like home projects and the like outside my house. Just neighbors. I swear. Always something going on. Look at that banner. That banner carrier.
Don't have the energy.
Where's he at? There he is. Gone. Okay, cool. Nice. Oh, that is fantastic. Industrialist, that's a badass build, dude. I am not even close to that. Like, even in the slightest.
Prepare myself.
I need to spend some time fine-tuning my build, making it a little bit more, you know, in-game friendly. No. James, it has not. Well, let's put it this way. Yes, it has. It's dropped, like, so it's in the game, but I have not seen any drops. So far, that's a negatory there. Zeros. Thought I was gonna get one earlier, but that's not happening.
First recharge my energy.
Oh, dude, yeah, here. I'll take care of this sack of shit running around back over here.
Oh, this too.
Maybe I just need specs for crit chance. Wow. Braggy has some big numbers. That's why I wanted to jump in on him. Do some braggy builds. Get your mind right. Yeah, this is slow moving. I wonder how my poison build would work here. I think the mob density is good enough. You could probably get a lot off. Because, I mean, that was a big thing they did, right? It was they adjusted the actual poison damage. The aura, though, didn't do enough. Crit bleed braggy. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of bleed braggy, but I've also seen, I think I've seen stomp, a little more stompy stomp, more than I have anything else really. Always seems to be a stompy braggy. But for the most part, I've just seen him in in-game. I haven't really seen a whole lot of, I mean, a little bit of Elantir, but it's just his performance is so like inconsistent that you can't really depend on him holistically.
Oh, I need more time. Oh, I don't have the energy.
But yeah, there's just some build stuff. And I think Invasion's going to help out with that too, of like figuring out, you know, truly which build is going to be your best one, how you can kind of pursue and, you know, push through and things like that. What's going to get you through the invasion tree the quickest? Up until this point, basically, it was who could kill Keeper of Secrets the fastest.
the energy?
See, yeah, stompy stomp. Yeah, James. See, I think that's, and relating to your question about, or not question, but your comment about loot drops. I think that's, I mean, it's good. I think, right? I would much rather have something that takes a while to get than what we experience with the red items, where it's just like boom, 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 everything's done, count it, and that's it. We have a full set for all of our stuff. So.
It's too weak.
Destroy items.
Energy.
Industrialist, I'm curious to see how you do on like the last node of the tree. It's near where I'm at. Just in terms of like damage and survivability and stuff. So let me know. Like I said, I'll be, you know, hopping off here soon. But I'm curious to see how you do. It's like, I just don't think I'm just putting out enough damage. I think that's my issue. Maybe I need more crit, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, y'all. Now I just gotta kill the boss. Oh, God.
I need to focus. I don't have energy.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's see if I can't just skip all this and get right to the creature. This is one of those ones where I have to go inside, so, which is cool. Can totally dig that. Yeah, see, that's what I was using originally, Mictla, and I'll say this: it worked out well. The only issue I had with it was my poisons just wouldn't do enough. My poison aura. So I think there's probably something that we can do to make that work, but that's the thing I ran into. So that's why I switched over to a summon build originally, a pure summon, just because I was looking for some big damage.
Must first recharge my energy.
But I'm wondering what's killing me on that spike damage. That's very strange. Like I just went from 100 to like nothing. I mean, that dude hit me, yeah, sure. But still, I mean, they weren't doing that big of a damage earlier. God, I wish there was a log. Make my life a hell of a lot easier. Oh, well, okay, hi. Damn, these guys that, oh shit. Well, here we go. Let's get hyped. Mictla, don't you dare say that. Don't you dare, my anxiety is gonna go through the roof. I had just gotten over that in my other games that I played. Alright, I need to kill that flag there.
energy. I need to prepare myself for that.
All right, cool. There has been a lot of flag barriers. So that's one thing they did balance out, by the way, and kind of, I guess, get included in this patch, is enemies can no longer benefit from multiple auras, because that was an issue where you had multiple auras and basically it could make enemies immortal. So they went ahead and they changed that, which is good. So now we shouldn't have any more, you know, immortal enemies. They should be fairly balanced. All right.
I need to prepare myself for that.
All right. Oh, shit. All right, here we go. Wow, look at this.
I don't have the energy.
Let's see if this nukes at least a few of these guys. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of the damage from the summon build is dependent on Queen's Wrath, which is pretty unfortunate, just from the poison and the slows that are stacked up, plus just the sheer number of actual dryads. So we need to figure out a way to balance that, to help smooth it out. There's a lot of burst, but just not a lot of sustained. Pooba, I'm trying, Pooba. I'm doing my best. Oh, hell yeah, Rasta. I definitely knew that. That's what I was doing to Fragment Farm, so I could reset my God Tree.
Focus.
It wasn't the noblest way to do it, but damn it, it was a way. Jimmy, don't think the leaderboards are in there quite yet. But so far the patch has been good. I'm finally hitting a point where I've had to slow down. And I think it's just because the build I'm running right now sucks ass, but you know, it is what it is. Ooh, watch out for that nasty. That looks not fun. Oh, okay. Looks. Oh, the boss is up there. Cool. Well, isn't that just nice?
I need more time.
Oh wow, look at this guy. He's got some cool tricks that he does. Woo. Oh shit, that was slow and painful. Go ahead and skip all this compelling gameplay. Skip all this compelling gameplay. Get the hell out of Dodge. Woo woo! Jared Brown's back. Wow, that was fascinating times. We managed to score a new pair of executors out of this. So there's that. I think with this pet build, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a change here. So give me these. I'm just going to do like just straight damage and all this. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So crit hit chance, crit hit damage is what I'm missing. So I might swap this for flat damage. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Scrot bag, I'm doing real good. I'm actually about to wrap up this stream. I gotta go to the chiropractor, get my back adjusted. And so yeah, shout out. If you guys don't go to the chiropractor, consider it. It's really good for your health. But yeah, so far we've gone through the invasion. I'll show you guys where we're at. So we've worked our way through quite a bit of it, almost all the way down the left-hand side of the tree. So we've gotten this section here. We've unlocked resistance to fizz, -5 armor to enemies, +5 corruption resistance, and -5 to enemies. So we have done quite a few things. So far, we've completed 22%, as you can see here. So far, I think it's fun. I've enjoyed it. There are quite a few things I think that need to be adjusted. One of the big ones that needs to be adjusted right out of the gate is we need to be able to set the difficulty. And the reason I say that is because from start to about here, I'll say here, the one I literally just did was a cakewalk. Very easy, not a problem, roll right through it. Now, I got to this one, and all of a sudden I hit a wall. And it wasn't necessarily a wall of difficulty, it was a wall of spike damage and me not doing enough damage. So the progression and kind of the climb wasn't very smooth. Now, I think if we're able just to set, hey, right out of the gate, I want to do Chaos 5. I want to do Chaos 5 on all of these nodes going through here. That's going to be something that I think is going to be a little bit more useful and a little bit more, I'll say, friendly. Because it's not fun rolling through this stuff when it's on Chaos 1, when it's on very hard. Because most people that are playing right now have a really well thought out, polished, oiled up in-game build, and they're not gonna have fun. So I think that needs to happen. Number two is we need to get some different type of objectives that are going on. And when I say different type of objectives, most of these are kill enemies, kill the creature, aka mini boss. Kill enemies, kill the mini boss. Kill enemies, kill the mini boss. There were very, very, very few that deviated. This one right here, Purulent Maze, was really cool. You didn't have a mini map, you didn't have a map, and you had to find your way through the maze, the sewers, from beginning to end in 15 minutes. Now, I got through there in probably 5 minutes, so I think that timer needs to go down a little bit. But either way, that was something that was very different, and it was fun. I think these need to be a little bit more sporadic throughout this, because just straight like genocide that we've been doing so far hasn't exactly been the most fun thing in the world. Patch is not out on consoles yet. It is only out on PC. Consoles will be next week because it's currently going through Microsoft and Sony's certification process. So that's something that always happens. So unfortunately, we have to wait a week for the console folks. No, you cannot adjust the difficulty on Invasion. What it says right here, difficulty normal, it is set to normal. That's just the way it is. I could set my thing to Chaos 7 and it'll automatically change it to normal. And I think they did that to make it a little bit easier for other players, right? So you have to remember your characters are going to be able to, your alts are going to be able to play this, your level 2 alts, level 5 alts. So they're trying to make it, I think, more open, but at the same time, couldn't adjusting difficulty be, yield the same result? So that's one thing. The other thing was obviously content. Thirdly, I like a lot of the stuff in here. They're missing some tooltips. Elixir of Swiftness doesn't have any tooltip on it outside of this, whereas Elixir of Power has an effect. So minor bugs like that are still relevant. So there you go. And then also, we haven't seen any of the green tier items yet. So no tier 5 has dropped. I've seen 4 reds in the roughly 3 hours I think that I was playing. 3 hours I've been streaming, and I've seen 4. So they significantly reduced the drop rate for heroic drops, which is good. I think it's going to make it a little bit more, it's going to create a longer kind of progression path, especially for new players, so I'm not going to get burnt out so quickly. Now, I don't know how that's going to change as you get into higher difficulties. It could go way up, but just going through Invasion, you don't see things as often. Now, I set my rank to rank 10. You can set it to rank 1, which takes away these bonuses, plus 45 damage, plus 45 max health. Those bonuses go away if you're not on rank 10. If you're on rank 1, it's obviously nothing. But I went rank 10. I said, you know what, guys? We're going to do the hardest damn thing we got because we're going Sinatra style. If you can't make it on rank 10, you can't make it anywhere. If you can make it on rank 10, you can do anything you want to do. So that's why we started there. There were some nerfs to, well, a lot of the classes, all of them really, and some reworks. So test out your builds, see what you got. There might be some additional things you have to do, some additional blessings, things like that. So give that a shot. So, okay, Rasta. I thought you could do invasions right out of the gate. Correct, Mikla. Correct. Just the rank of the invasion. So anyway, guys, that is where we are today. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and chatting. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a Warhammer 40K Inquisitor Martyr 2.0. That's a mouthful. Patch 2.0 stream. So gear up for that, guys, because 2.0 is supposed to take that game and make it completely different, speeding up the combat, making things quicker, making it more Diablo, Path of Exile, Grim Dawn-like. It's going to be less sluggish. They're introducing a new rarity. They're introducing a ton of new stuff, new endgame. They're increasing the level cap. Basically, that game's going to be a brand new game. So stop by tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, maybe a little bit sooner, and I'll be streaming until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'll always tweet out, check my description for the Twitter when I'm going live, as well as you'll get a notification when I go live on YouTube. So thank you once again, guys, very much for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys next time.